Here is the brand new trailer for Harry Potter Quidditch Champions, including our first official look at gameplay.
The day so many of you have been waiting for is here.
So the opening shot looks to be a locker room type area. We see a golden snitch there. And then as they zoom in closer, there's a little brochure over on the right indicating the 422nd Quidditch World Cup, which of course is the iconic World Cup that we were able to see in the Harry Potter series. Then it goes inside the portrait there and transitions to our first look at official gameplay. And this looks to be an online game going on because you can see the names above each character. Also appears to be a Slytherin chaser as they're holding the quaffle. And we have a score of 50-40. Now also note the time limit in the center of the screen. This is actually counting down, which seems to indicate that there will be a time limit on this game. Of course, fans know for real Quidditch, the games could end very quickly or they could go on for a while. So it seems like they have taken some steps to prevent that from happening in this game. We can also see there's a targeting reticle in the center of the screen to help chasers line up their shot. And I gotta say, guys, I know there's been a lot of back and forth about the art style for this game. Now that we're actually seeing gameplay, maybe I'm still in the minority here, but I actually think the art style looks really good. Then again, I've been open to it since the game was first unveiled, so it could just be me. Now after that gameplay section, it shifts into another one that looks like a match between Ravenclaw and Gryffindor. The score here is 10-10, and notice the timer jumps up to 6 minutes at this point before it starts counting down. We're inside a whole new stadium for this one, and I believe that this one is for the Quidditch World Cup. Pretty sure the banners over here are hanging in that way as a small nod to the Ministry of Magic. Now we can see this Ravenclaw player take possession of the quaffle and then they sort of slide into the barrier here. I'm pretty sure this is an indication that you're not just going to be able to fly anywhere you want. There is going to be some sort of invisible barrier here. And it appears to be pretty close on the side here, so I would assume that we're also going to have one above us as well to prevent you from flying too high up. Then things shift back to Hogwarts and we see that the timer is at 6:20. We also have snow weather effects now. We can also see a little bit more about how the targeting reticle is going to behave here. You can see when the player is aiming straight ahead, not inside any of the 3 rings, it's actually a white indicator. But whenever they shift their view a little bit over to the left, it turns yellow here. And I'm not sure if this is some sort of lock on or what, but you can see if you pause it at just the right moment, the white circular indicator is still off to the left, whereas the yellow one remains just inside the Quidditch hoop. Now, I know so many of you out there loved Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup back in the day, and this really does seem like it is the spiritual successor to that game. In the very next cut, they confirm there will in fact be a single player career mode. Now this was already confirmed on a Wizarding World page, but now they're saying it right here in the trailer, and I think this is going to be a huge draw for a lot of people. There are a lot of Harry Potter fans who were excited for Quidditch, but they really wanted to have some options where they could play offline, and now we have that confirmed. You can play by yourself and pursue this career mode. The trailer also mentions playing your way up through the ranks to eventually play in the Quidditch World Cup.
You may end up on the world stage competing for the most prestigious prize of all, the Quidditch World Cup.
And again, to me, that sounds a lot like the Harry Potter Quidditch World Cup game that released all those years ago. Then the trailer cuts to a completely different pitch, and now I'm pretty sure that we can confirm this is the Durmstrang Quidditch pitch. We wondered about it before from the previous trailer, but now having the ship in the background, that just about confirms it for me. Immediately after that, we get another look at the Beauxbatons Quidditch pitch, then a look at the Ministry of Magic's Quidditch World Cup area, and finally another glorious look at the Hogwarts Quidditch pitch. Now we know from previous things they've said we're also going to be able to play some Quidditch in or around the Burrow. So counting all of those, that is 5 confirmed locations where we're going to be able to have different matches. Then we get another scene here with a Gryffindor player celebrating with a trophy, and considering they are wearing the Gryffindor uniforms and it's inside the Hogwarts Quidditch pitch, I think we can assume that this is them winning the Hogwarts Quidditch Cup. In fact, if you zoom in just right there, that might be the Hogwarts crest. The next cut of the trailer mentions yet another mode, this one for the online competitive mode. Again, a mode that we already knew about, but further confirmation here that you will be able to compete online against other players. Immediately after that, we see 3 Ravenclaw players flying in to meet 3 Slytherin players. Perhaps that could be a special cutscene that plays at the beginning of a match, or for some type of special move. Then we cut back to Hogwarts, only this time we have rain. So now we've seen snow, we've seen rain, and we've seen those weather effects across different Quidditch stadiums. The next section shows us even more of the Quidditch World Cup area, including one final, very brief look at the gameplay. Now with this character, rather than the white circle we saw before, we can see there's instead some sort of blue diamond in the center. Although that blue diamond doesn't move when they shift their view over to the right, so I think that the blue diamond relates more to this blue ring that we're seeing here. And what I love about this shot here is it seems like they're getting ready to fire it over at the far right Quidditch hoop, but then at the last second, they shift up to the top to throw it to the middle one instead. Then we get another cutscene with a character hoisting a trophy, only this time it is the Quidditch World Cup trophy. You can see here this one has a completely different design than the one before, complete with a little snitch right on top. Now this shot also gives us a nice look at all the various flags from different countries, and I'm pretty sure the colors that we see hanging on the actual hoops are based on the two teams playing in the game. Now after that, they confirm once again we're going to be able to play as iconic characters. They show us Harry Potter here, which he now has green eyes, folks. So great to see that they heard our feedback on that one and updated to match his eye color from the books. Then we get a shot of Draco Malfoy, and to me, his character model looks like it has changed ever so slightly since the previous screenshot that they released of him. Then it cuts over to a Ravenclaw player who I believe is Cho Chang, and for me, this character model, while I do enjoy the art style, this character model misses the mark for me more than any of the others so far. Then it cuts over to Ron, and this one is the complete opposite of Cho, because this one is such a good character model. It looks so much like Rupert Grint. And then they confirm that of course you can also create your own champion. We get our very first look at the character creator and all of the customization options, the cosmetics, all of the different things that you can change for your character. And from there, they flip through a few different menu screens very quickly. So I went through to screenshot them here so you can get a look at what's going to be available in each one of these sections. The first page here, you can see house robes and then other outfits at the bottom, different colors to match different houses. And then it looks like they also have just generic colors as well. Then they move over to broomsticks, and it seems we're going to be able to upgrade these brooms with their speed, durability, and agility, which you can see over here on the left. It looks like it's going to cost 20 of whatever this currency is right here. It appears to be some type of crystal. And just to confirm, even though you'll see a few things in these menus that are available for purchase, they have once again confirmed they have no plans to have microtransactions in this game. The FAQ confirms that gold is available through in-game activities. From there, they go over to the hats, and if you look on the left, you can see what I was talking about there, how it says purchase from the market. Don't worry, that is not real money, at least not for now anyway. It is only using an in-game currency. And these hats right here, I think these are my favorite. I mean, we all know about Luna wearing the Gryffindor hat from the movie, but the fact that we get hats for the other houses right here, I just love these. The next page shows us some glasses and goggles. And then at the very bottom, there are also masks, which it seems like the character here does not have any of those unlocked yet. Then one more look at the very first page that showed us the different outfits. And then a quick look at some of the hair options. We can see there's going to be short hair, 13 styles for that, 9 styles for medium length hair, and 8 styles for long hair. Then a quick look at an item called Stylish Referee Helmet. We can see that there are 5 of them here, with 4 of them being tied to specific houses. Then we get a pretty epic shot here of Harry reaching out for the snitch in the midst of thunder and lightning, and a couple more cutscenes there to wrap up the main part of the trailer. They then confirm the September 3rd release date for every platform except the Nintendo Switch. There are also lots of questions about how, where, and when you can buy this game on PlayStation versus PlayStation Plus. It's honestly pretty confusing, so I made a whole separate video for that. Check that one out on the left side of your screen now. Big thank you to all of our channel members, especially our Tier 3 Phoenix members, The Flash, Martin, Savage Khaleesi, and Dylan. As always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. I'll talk to you again soon.